How many people look at God within the Old Testament and think, boy, he was harsh? Or how many people who don't even know God, or maybe they do, but still have that thought in their head from Bruce Almighty, smite me, O mighty smiter. God's not the enemy. He is a good God who loves you so much that he sent himself as Jesus Christ to die for all the things of this world that want to hurt or harm us. He is a gracious God. As I was reading in 1 Peter today, I had to stop and truly seek God. You know that the enemy knows the word, and so quickly my mind went to one place, thinking God punishes us. And as I thought for God's response and prayed and was still long enough to hear him, he said, read that again, but slower, and let me guide your thoughts. So let me explain further. As I was being shown that I had the spirit of oppression operating in my life again, I had that on my mind. Hence the purpose for getting in the word to rebuke and cast it off of me and replenish my mind with his word and his promises. In 1 Peter 5:5, what I read was, God oppresses the proud, but offers grace to the humble. Whoa, if that wasn't a sneak attack, huh? So fast forward, like I said, I was still and pondered that thought, and now I'm back to read it again, but slower. God opposes the proud, but offers grace to the humble. Okay, God, what does that look like when you oppose someone? After all, we are not all perfect, and just like Jesus, we can allow our emotions to take hold and step out of the grace and out of walking with the Spirit in today's world. So I'm thinking, if I were ever to have a moment of being proud versus humble, how do you look at me? Don't get me wrong, I'm sure our minds all play tricks on us, and I know God always looks at us with love, but we're human, and we revert to our thoughts and feelings. So don't judge my thought process here. He said, read a different version. Okay, scorns, yikes, seems worse. You're going to scorn me if I'm proud? Keep looking, he said. Can I just say God is always gentle and gracious, even when we want to argue with his word? Proverbs 3:34, the voice says, God treats the arrogant as they treat others, mocking the mockers, scorning the scornful, but he pours out his grace on the humble. New King James, surely he scorns the scornful, but gives grace to the humble. And the Passion, if you walk with the mockers, you will learn to mock, but God's grace and favor flow to the meek. In James 4:6, the voice says, God opposes the proud, but he pours out grace on the humble. New King James says, but he gives more grace. Therefore, he says, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And the Passion, but he continues to pour out more and more grace upon us. For it says, God resists you when you are proud, but continually pours out grace when you are humble. And back to 1 Peter 5:5, the voice is, God opposes the proud, but offers grace to the humble. New King James, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And the Passion, God resists you when you are proud, but multiplies grace and favor when you are humble. In Hebrew, scorn is lutz, which is intercede. Point of my story, stop thinking God is against you, that he disapproves you, or you're worthless. God intercedes on our behalf, even when we allow our flesh to act out instead of our spirit. Remember, we can never be perfect, but God is, and the love and grace he shows for us will never end. With all of that, I will end with Romans 8:34, which reads, Who then is left to condemn us? Certainly not Jesus, the Anointed One. For he gave his life for us, and even more than that, he has conquered death and is now risen, exalted, and enthroned by God as his right hand. So now, how could he possibly condemn us, since he is continually interceding for our triumph? I hope that revelation helps you, and remember not to be so hard on yourself and to always seek God first. God bless.